My supplement brand JuiceWorks did $9,500 in revenue in the month of February. I'm going to go over the good, the bad, and what we're going to do next. And this is just my way of showing you guys, building a supplement brand from scratch, literally scratch. So let's get into it. So we did around $9,500 in revenue. It's actually probably a little bit less than that, just because Amazon, it's taking a couple days from January over here. But were we profitable? No. So we'll get into that. All right, so we did $9,200 in sales on Amazon. This is literally where all of our sales are coming from, and we did $245 on TikTok Shop. So yeah, well, let's get into the details. So number one, the biggest problem is that we're not profitable right now, so we're operating at a loss. The ads are expensive, and some days we're losing between like $50 to $100. Some days we are profitable, and just overall, on average, we just have to spend on ads to keep the listing alive and just sort of grow it. Right now with Amazon, especially with supplements in the beginning, cost per clicks are very expensive, so we sort of just have to put fuel to the fire, or we're going to have to accept a loss right now to build the listing up. I could turn off Amazon ads completely and go with organic sales and be profitable, but that would just dwindle over time and we'd be dead. So not really worth it. Our second biggest issue is cash flow. So Amazon payouts are very slow. So they don't pay us out right away. We get paid every 2 Fridays, and it actually hits your bank account on the next Tuesday. And when you start scaling on Amazon and making more and more sales, they actually put more money in the reserve, so they don't pay you out. So we were actually expecting an $1,800 payout on our account, but they actually dwindled us down to like $250. And that's difficult because if you start selling really fast, that means you're gonna have to put in an order for inventory really, really fast. And so if there's not enough cash and Amazon's holding your money, you're not gonna be able to make your next order. So this is probably the hardest part about e-commerce, in my opinion, where when shit's slow, you have all your money tied up in inventory. And when you're selling fast, you have all your money tied up in Amazon and TikTok Shop, and sometimes even Shopify can do a payment hold. So this is sort of like, I wouldn't say the moat, but this is where it's like you need to understand cash flow terms really well. You could be the greatest marketer on earth, but if you don't know how to operate on the back end, you'll be dead really fast. Cash is oxygen. And it's not enough being profitable. You have to have good cash flow. Okay, our third biggest problem is that we're not getting enough Amazon reviews, and that's hurting our conversion rate. So, all the other ecom guys are never going to show you their products and stuff like that, but I don't give a fuck. This is our product here. If you guys want to buy it or whatever, please click these organic listing and do not click sponsored. I'm gonna lose $3 or $4. So, don't be an asshole. Anyway, we're at 34 reviews right now. We need to get this up to like 100 reviews, just because the conversion rate is going to be a lot better if there's more reviews. I think that's kind of obvious. And so that's holding us back, and not being able to spend more money is holding us back in terms of sales. Like, could I have done 15K this month? Maybe, if I just cranked up the budget from $200 a day on Amazon to $400 a day on Amazon. But again, that is the cash flow issue, where it's like we're going to be probably even less profitable, and Amazon's not going to give us the money, and then I have to buy even more inventory to support that demand. So yeah, not as easy as just increasing the budgets. Okay, so that's another third problem. Fourth, this is in my opinion the biggest problem and sort of like the moat, because I mean, even Hormozi's talked about this, where in e-commerce, if you want to sell, you can't be a direct response marketing machine. You need to have a brand. If someone's going to come and pay millions of dollars for your company, there needs to be some associated brand, because everything in e-commerce can be commoditized. Someone can copy this product and get something similar. And so the reason why someone goes with Nike over a white shirt is because of the brand. So that's what we need to focus on. The thing that's been difficult is brand is a very amorphous term, which is like, what does it mean? How do you execute? It's not as simple as like, do 10 push-ups and there's a recipe. It's very difficult stuff. So this is sort of what I'm struggling with the most, because right now we're essentially just making sales off the fact that people are Googling the ingredients in our product. So they'll Google kava on Amazon, and it'll pop up here, and then this is who I'm competing with. But in reality, I'm paying $3 to $4 a click here. I want someone to be like, wait, I want to buy mood juice, and then they Google that, and then they buy it here. Those are cheaper clicks for one, and two, they're going to Amazon to buy your product. They're not going to buy a kava product and compare. They're just buying you. So that is what I need to build a brand for. I guess the fifth biggest problem is also TikTok Shop. We've been really ass at it. I've been having a hard time figuring this out. I've made a little bit of progress, which I will get into talking about, but TikTok Shop has been a really big struggle for me, and it's not as easy as it used to be. And that has been kind of a bummer, right? $245 is shit. It's nothing. But let's go on to the wins. Let's go into the positive stuff. So biggest wins is that we have a really high returning customer rate on Amazon. I believe last week, this is from Seller Board, so it's not accurate, I believe, but I think it's like 40 to 50% of the orders from last week were from returning customers. I clicked through manually, and you can see that we've had customers that have bought 4 or 5 times. A lot of them have bought 3 times. And keep in mind that we really launched like middle January. That's when we launched the listing. And so within this short time, a month and a half, we've had some people buy 5 separate times. So they really love the product. And so those people, I wish they left a review, but there's really no way to contact them and, guarantee a review out of them. But those are the people that are like, hey, and keep in mind, guys, these are not subscribe and save people. These are people going onto Amazon, clicking on their orders or Googling it again and buying it. So those are really high intent customers. So this is really good. And this is just a good signal for the future of like, hey, if I'm smart enough to crack meta ads and subscriptions and stuff like that, I think we have a really good shot at, building something really big. Next biggest win. We found an organic format that can get us views. So I'll show you guys. The only issue is that it wasn't getting us any sales. So before I was doing all these talking head videos, and I think a big reason we didn't get sales is because, I look fucking chopped in these videos, but this is our first video that we uploaded that we tried this format. I don't know if the audio will show, but
I wouldn't.
So we essentially what we did was these videos are talking head videos. I'm explaining the product. This video, we had my partner go to a Ralph's and we just go up to a mom and then picture the product. It's tough because I can't mix the product for them live. Like it's just kind of hard to do in a store. So our first video did 170K views, fucking crazy. And we got like 60 followers or 70 followers from that, but 0 sales. We had 18% of people click onto this. Like, look at this. We had like over 30,000 people click onto our product page. Look at this, guys. 31,000, not one sale. Very weird conversion rate. Really bad conversion rate. So that is something I need to fix. Our next biggest win is that we almost hit 10K in revenue. It's not, everybody flexes the revenue numbers. This is more of just like, this is just kind of gives you the mental like fortitude to keep going. It's 10K is really nothing in e-commerce, guys. Even 100K is nothing. Like 100K with 15% net margins, which is what most e-commerce brands want to do. Primal Queen does 15% net margins on 100K. That's $15,000 profit. Like, bro, like I'll just go work in Silicon Valley and make that much. It's ridiculous. So that's nice. What's next for us? So we have to order our next batch of inventory. And then once we get closer and I have like a specific date when I'm going to go pick up our batch, because our manufacturer's in LA over here, I'm going to tell my Amazon guy to start cranking up ad spend. We're spending around 200 a day right now. And be like, all right, let's crank up the ad spend. We have inventory coming in and I'm going to send, the next 700 units to Amazon. Next, double down on TikTok organic. So I really fucking hate making content, guys. I'm going to be so honest with you. The only thing I love is making these videos where I'm talking to you guys because I get to be a lot more just raw, off the cuff, organic. This stuff, I have to be very calculated and it is draining, honestly. But I need to focus on building top of funnel and middle of funnel awareness. And this is where it gets into the idea of building a brand where people buy our product for the product itself, not because of the ingredients. So this is what I need to work on and spend all of my time doing. I have a very bad habit of getting distracted by other things. Like I spent the last week learning about Google Ads, when in reality, everything needs to be focused on building content. That is the number one moat. And that is the most important thing we have to do because we're already spending money on advertisements on Amazon. Why spend more money on a different platform that we don't know if we can get sales on? And we're probably most definitely are not going to be profitable. So let's do organic where every sale costs us practically nothing. So that is the focus. Next is getting our website fully built out. Our current website is low-key just shrine theme. All right, this is not the right one. Anyways, you can Google it. It's just shrine theme and we need to work on making a very beautiful and high converting website. Next, this one is sort of down the line where I don't know if I want to do Google ads or meta ads next. Honestly, I shouldn't even put this here. But I am leaning towards Google ads just because I've already proven on Amazon that there's demand for Kava and then people are converting on that. So we could do the same thing and send people to a Shopify website where we actually will have the customer data. Next is optimizing our cost of goods. So right now we're at around $11 and I know we can get it to sub 10 in the short term. And long term, I want to get it to $7 cost of goods. And keep in mind, this is all being manufactured in like the US, in Los Angeles. This isn't some China like bullshit product. This is like high quality stuff that we're making here. And something that we have to work on is getting better terms with our vendors to improve cash flow, which is something I've already been doing. And I think I told you guys in a previous video how I will talk to my vendor. So I have the vendor for these stick packs, right? So these cost me right now 8 cents a stick. And so we ordered around 20,000 of these. So it's a $1,600 order. And usually they'll do 50% upfront to get the production started, and it takes 3 weeks. So I pay 50%, so $800, and then the last $800 I pay before they ship it out. But there's only $700 in our bank account right now. And so I talked to my guy that makes the stick packs, and I'm like, hey man, Amazon is not paying us out right away. There's a bunch of money locked up, but I need to start on getting this done just so I don't get caught with no inventory. Can you get me terms? The best he was able to do was 25% upfront, but then the 75% is 30 days after delivery, I believe. So net 30 terms. So that right there boosts our cash flow significantly, and I'm able to get a head start on ordering inventory. So now I have my flavor vendor, I have my active ingredients, so the kava, the ashwagandha, and I need to essentially slowly work with each vendor and work on getting terms. And each of these vendors have different lead times. So this takes 3 weeks, so I have to order this first. The flavors take 5 days, and the actives get shipped out in 2 days, and everybody's based in California, so everything is fast shipping. And so I've been able to do something where I will order the stick packs first, and I can wait a couple weeks and then start ordering the other stuff. If I went to a turnkey manufacturer, let's say that the entire batch order of inventory cost me $10,000. I'd have to put up $5,000 up front, and there's a long lead time. And obviously, I don't have 5K in the fucking bank account right now. So that is the benefit of owning your entire supply chain. You can be a lot more flexible with ordering things here and there. And yeah, I'm kind of getting, as you can tell, I really enjoy supply chain just because I'm kind of like not shit at it, or I'm learning a lot. All right, next is actually getting bookkeeping software. So right now I'm kind of just like putting things in spreadsheets. It's really a shitty system. And I did that just because I don't want to have huge monthly subscriptions that we're signed up for, especially because we're already losing money. But the one that I'm probably going to switch to is called Final Loop. We're going to use this. It's $245 a month plus their inventory management software, because I am ordering all of my ingredients and I have to manage inventory, and you have leftover ingredients. I have to, have an inventory management software. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's basically it for the most part. I'm going to try to do these every single month as well. Just kind of go over high level what's going in the business, what's going well and what's not going well. I hope you guys find this, super helpful. I know like a lot of the other people in ecom are either not even disclosing their stores, so you don't really know what the fuck they're talking about, or they're doing numbers so astronomically large that it's very unrelatable. So yeah, I mean 9K really isn't shit, honestly, and neither is 100K, but we all start from somewhere. So if you guys are looking to start your own brand, whether it is a supplement or any type of product, drop a comment, question. I'd love to help you guys out. Yeah, that's basically it, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Take care.